Hello! Right, we're back. We had to, unplug the microphone. I say we had to. We didn't really. You know. This is always a fun map. It's fun because it's interesting and different. You know what? As far as versions of this game go, a lot of them are quite different. I think every version of this game is really different. I don't think there's an Xbox version. But, that makes it sort of interesting to play the different versions, I guess. Maybe not in a good way. There's the DS version, which is like a 2D beat 'em up. Apparently it's quite shitty. There is the Wii version, which is debatably the best out of them all, but is quite easy. And then there's this version, which is just imagine the Wii version, except lesser, and also has well, it's not bad. It's just Godzilla Save the Earth, really, in like a different, it's basically like a modded Godzilla Save the Earth. So it's interesting. It's like a grand scale mod. Imagine if that was the case, then that would what this game would be. So there you go. That's always good. Yeah. So we had, as far as the storyline for this game goes, it is a little bit easier to follow on the Wii. On this version, you sort of have to piece it together a bit more, you know. Obviously, some of the stuff doesn't exactly make sense, but, you know, that's because of, like, technology limits, I think. Or, well, it probably isn't. It's probably just because of laziness and budget, but, you know, could be. So, you know, that's always good. What was I saying? Yeah, as far as the storyline of this game goes, the storyline's nothing special. You've obviously got Hippie Woman, which is, you know, fun. You've got, like, you've got Angry General Man, who you fight, like, one time on this version, but you fight, like, a bunch of times on the Wii, and he's, like, really annoying. So that's fun. He's, like, a bit harder on the Wii, because, like, the controls are really terrible. And, yeah. So, as far as storyline goes, it's not unique at all. They're just, every character's a stereotype, really. But, you know, it's not a bad thing. Yeah, right. So we've got to go to London. I do believe this is, Aragon, or whatever he's called. Aragon, son of Arathor's, plight on London. That he actually does have a plight on in the Wii version, but in this version, he doesn't. Yes, Guzan's Grudge. There we go.
It's the crystals. They're generating some kind of anti-gravity vortex. Bloody hell! All of London has literally been ripped from the earth. I can't believe my eyes. The city, it's floating high in the sky within the vortex. Unbelievable! Oh God! I think I'm going to be ill.
Oh dear. Okay. A new power surge crystal type has emerged from in this sector. England's Prime Minister, Davy C on the MIC, has requested a mecha unit be dispatched to investigate and contain the new crystal activity. Well, thanks, David Cameron. Okie dokie. So, David Cameron has to postpone his conquest of the world to actually deal with some problems at home. And by at home, I do not mean about the whole Godzilla thing. I mean, recently, he's just had a guest over, and the guest has actually spewed up all of his wife's delicious lasagna. And David Cameron has to now clean that up and also smack his guest in the butt for disliking his wife's delicious lasagna. So, I'm sorry about that, Margaret Fletcher, who I do believe is David Cameron's wife at this moment in time. I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm on about. Something that's cool about this game is look at the buses. Look at just how flat they get, like that. You sort of step on them and they're just flat, and it's just flat. So that's always fun. The graphics are pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. But I guess, you know, I think they were better on the graphics were better on Save the Earth. But, you know, maybe that's because they were trying to, like, take some of the dynamic style of the Wii version and put it in this. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just they had less time to dedicate to the graphics. I'm not sure. I don't even know if this game is superior to Save the Earth. That's an interesting debate, actually. Because I guess in storyline-wise, this game is superior. And we actually are getting to throw the Big Ben Tower, that I forget the name. And we missed. Oh, shit. Oh, well, that's terrible. Let's whack Mugira with our tail then. I think I had a Mugira toy as well. Or was that someone else? I'm not sure. Well, we've won this battle. Let's see. No? Okay. Okay, let's throw a building at him. Okay, there we go. No, he missed that. We missed the building shot. Okay, here we go. Watch this. Bam! What the hell? No, nothing. Fine. Okay. Now he's gonna kill us immensely. Okay. Block. Run. Just run. When you're playing as Godzilla, there's definitely some tactics you want to apply. Don't use anything but your tail, really. I know that I'm sort of doing that now. The tail is just like Godzilla's like best feature, really. It's so long and it's powerful, and it's really just what you want to be using 24/7. Though, don't be afraid to mix it up. What I'm doing at the moment is I'm not mixing it up enough. And I remember when I was trying to complete Save the Earth on hard difficulty, the way I ended up beating the final battle, I think with Ogre, or was it Space Godzilla, I'm not sure, was just by mixing it up quite a bit. So there you go. Alien Syndrome. Ah, okay. Am I allowed to talk? Okay, yeah, I am. Right, sorry. The city is engulfed in a toxic green fog generated by mutated crystal strains. The toxic gas is spewing into the air from vents formed from the crystal activity. The city is being evacuated as hazmat crews works its way around to close the vents. Update. Evidence of a new growing alien threat is becoming more and more apparent as Ogre is sighted near Osaka. So, that's awesome. Also, oh, hello. We've got the Vortak.
Earth's monsters are gaining power from these crystals. But where did they come from? No matter. I must have them to strengthen our own monsters if we are to be victorious. There isn't time to wait for repairs. I will send one of you, my pets. You will head to the surface, steal the crystals, and return them to me. With their power, I will make you the most fearsome monster in all the universe!
You see, Gigan over there. He has, yeah. I would say something interesting, but the thing about whenever someone says something interesting, don't you ever notice, but whenever you say, oh, this is something interesting, it's generally not interesting to anyone but you. But here's something interesting, okay? Gigan in this version is actually the shower Gaijin from the original Godzilla series, which means he is green and yellow, whereas Gigan in the Wii version is the Final Wars Gigan preferred design, because it just looks cooler. But there you go, and it's interesting because the Final Wars Gigan is shown in the... Okay, I think we can just kill this guy. The Final Wars Gigan is shown in the cutscene, so there you go. Yeah. There you go. I mean, if you just... It's stuff like that that might bother some people. It doesn't bother me, because it just means I get to... Well, I guess it's just more proof that this is just a really bad sort of transfer of the Wii version. I'm sorry that I'm insulting this version so much, because this is the version I did grow up with and loved to death. But, you know, it's just they didn't put as much effort into this one. Doesn't mean it's bad, it just means they didn't put as much effort into it, which is it's a shame. But at the same time, I wouldn't have this game if they did put effort into it, so there you go. Well, obviously they had some effort put into it, but maybe just not as high as a budget, maybe? Like, they couldn't be bothered to make their own cutscenes. I mean, I could have done a job for them on Photoshop if they wanted to. I could put in Shower Gigan, you know, if they needed that. Just call up James, www.james on myspace.com. If you ever need some Shower Gigans put in your photos. That has made me feel as if the thumbnails for these videos should just be Shower Gigan taking a shower. So there you go. I need a shower after this, actually. I'm pretty sweaty. I spent all of last night in the hospital. So, you know, that tends to make you quite sweaty. Don't know about you, but I guess it makes me sweaty. Sweaty palms in the hospital. Okay, so I feel like we just owned that guy to death. Gonna be honest, we just wrecked him to the utmost degree. He had no chance whatsoever. So, I'm not bad at fighting. There you go, I'm just bad at fighting when there's no... when they're just good. I'm bad at fighting when they're good and have an unfair advantage. Hi, where were we just at? We were at Osaka. So this is what I'm talking about. For instance, we can't just walk over this landmass. I mean, I suppose we could swim round, but we only have 24 hours. So, I would go to San Francisco as opposed to New York. But then again, haven't we already been to San Francisco? It depends what's in San Francisco.
Glory.
We've got an invasion.
That is one mother of a spaceship. I think we have visitors. This day just keeps getting better. Looks like like it's game over, people.
Ooh, shizney. Fears of an alien reinvasion have been confirmed. The Vortak have launched a full-scale assault on the city, vanguarded by Gigan. In the most aggressive move, the Vortak mothership has entered our atmosphere to provide backup support for the alien forces. Bringing down the Vortak mothership is the highest priority. Why would they bring the Vortak mothership to attack a single city?
My queen, all repairs are complete. We are now ready to proceed.
Activate the cloaking shield and set a course for Earth. Fellow Vortex, time has come. Release our monsters. Prepare to take Earth.
Oh dear. There is nowhere near as many people attacking Earth. There's like 3 ships maybe that go around zapping buildings every once in a while. Bzz, 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 bzz. You know, so it isn't that bad of an invasion. I don't really know what they plan to do. I mean, they've just got a big ship over the Earth. They've got a couple little aliens shooting some buildings, and they've also got Gigan, who can walk around. So it's not really much of an invasion. Not to mention they're only doing this to one city. It's pretty rubbish as far as invasions go. I'm gonna be honest, right? Sorry about this, Gigan. Sorry if this offends you in any way, shape, or form. We don't actually fight the mothership, though we do in the Wii version. And I'm sorry that I keep bringing the Wii version up, but I'm just sharing interesting facts, because the Wii version was a bit of an adventure for me. It's, you know, I had a dream about playing a Japanese version of Crash Twin Sanity. There isn't actually a difference, I don't think, but in my dream there was like a big difference. So I don't know. I like seeing things that are the same but slightly different, and just exploring the differences. Because, you know, it's like there's a sense of familiarity. Oh my god, why can I? Okay, familiarity. Yep. Okay, sure. And but also there's a sense of adventure. So it makes you feel safe and adventurous. And there's nothing more I love than feeling safe and like an adventurous bastard. So there you go. Don't do it! Don't do it! Oh my god, he did it. He did it. I've kicked him in the face for it, but he did it. Okay, here we go. Whack. There we go. We jump backwards and then we'll swear at him. That move is pretty useless, to be honest. It's probably just faster to do this. I mean, it interrupts attacks, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. That's not strong enough, but you know. Could do. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, didn't. Hit it. Ow! That was a whack across the face. Jeez. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. What was I expecting there? Ow. Okay, we'll roll towards him, I suppose. We've just been burnt in the head slightly. Oh, God. Come on. What's he doing? Oh my Gandhi. You just took me so much down health. Oh, now we have to use the tail attack and everything. Alright, we've got this. And then... release! Oh yeah. Oh baby. Oh, we won. We won that big time. There we go. A little breath at the end. We've got lots of points. We've got the high score of all of England. I am the friggin' Godzilla Unleashed champion. Just saying, matey. If anyone wanted to take me down on Godzilla Unleashed, I would wish them the highest amount of luck, because I'd beat them any day. Okay, so now we've got a lot of options. So we've just been in Seattle. We could go to New York. Though it's a bit rubbish there. We could be on the mothership. Which is, you know, we could go to Monster Island for the Poison Alliance, which are horrible missions, or we could do this for Solist, which is a new, and then we've got Mega Girus to fight, so I don't really like that. Let's go to the mothership, because it's only there for a limited amount of time. The crippled Vortak mothership fortuitously, is that the word? Yes. Fortuitously brought down by Godzilla 90s, has crashed in the middle of San Francisco Bay. Scans indicate the ship's repulsor engines are overheating and highly unstable. So, you know, we'll send Godzilla in there, and then if he dies, he dies, and that'll be fine. And that'll be the last we see from our big, grey, mutated lizard, dinosaur. 90s versions is a dinosaur, right? Yeah, it is, okay. It'll be the last I see from our big mutated dinosaur. So there you go. Here we go, mothership. But then again, well, maybe not. They're reptiles. Okay, here we go. Hello. Then again, the word dinosaur does translate into terrible lizard. Though, you know, if they're lizards or not, I don't really know. I don't know if they're in the lizard family. So there you go. Oh dear. Ow. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. We're whacking them in the butt. Use our tail attack. Oh, we've actually managed to sort of go underneath his thing there. So that's always good. This fight is actually quite hard. Like if you're like a certain monster, this fight will just be like the death of you. Like most of the time, I do quite like playing as who do I normally play as? I'll play as like robots. I'll play as like Mechagodzilla or whatever, and I'll play as like some of the mutants and Gigan as well. I play as him a lot. And this fight is really hard as those monsters. It's really hard as Baragon as well because Ogre's like a bit of a tank really. And the only reason Godzilla 90s can take him down so well is because of his breath and also his defense, which are quite good. Ogre, plus why you do this? Ow. I probably could have undone myself there, but I have a bit of pins and needles. That is, I don't know if the Americans have a different term for that. That is basically when you, you know when you get those weird feelings in your arm or hand or whatever the hell when you've been lying on it too much? Basically that's pins and needles. I've got that right now. It's because it feels like a bunch of pins and needles pricking into you. So that's where the name comes from. Pins and needles. Also from that one dubstep song, which was pretty popular back in the, I don't know, a while ago. You know the one that went pins and needles. You know the one? Yeah, you know it. You know it, mate. Alright, here we go. Here's the final countdown. Bam. Deadened. Detonated. So that's why I love Godzilla 90s, mate. He's my favourite rendition. Actually, no. I've also seen Godzilla 90s, the movie. I've seen that one. The first one when he was in. You know the one. I have seen Biollante as well, but you know. That was a good one. But, hi, where should we go next? We go Seattle? What's in Seattle? Big Trouble. The Vortex have apparently harnessed the powerful radiation crystals to mega the most fearsome monster, King Ghidorah. Let's go King Ghidorah. Godzilla 90s. Okay, right.
Your time has come, my pet. We have harnessed enough crystal radiation to begin your transformation. We will make you invincible. Activate the transfer streams. It's working. Magnificent.
So that's scary.